Yeah, but really throughout the Beehive State in these summer months, it's important to just keep those tips at the forefront of your mind because we are dealing with above average heat. For the last 2 days, we've seen triple digits. Now we dropped today, but it won't be long before we're back in that territory. Live view from Ensign Peak. Hazy conditions, but it is cooler. The winds have switched directions in northern Utah. Little hazy down south as well. Our Black Desert time lapse catches that in Ivins where it's 107 cooking in the south. There's that cold front on the move. Northwesterly flow behind the front. Westerly flow in southern Utah, which is why they're holding on to the heat, that cooler air, not quite making it all the way to southern Utah, but it's nice in the north. Those temperatures slightly below where we typically are. 93 is the average, but we're at 90 right now. Upper 80s in Logan, 90 in Provo. Heber's pleasant, hotter on the eastern side of the state and in southern Utah, and then low 90s along the I-15 corridor. Let's look at the 24-hour temperature change because it really shows that cold front in action here. We're 9 degrees cooler than where we were at this point yesterday. So we know just by looking at this map where the front is, because you can see places like Green River, Hanksville, Blanding actually warmer than where they were at this point yesterday, and that's because of the southwesterly winds impacting that area ahead of the front. For the Wasatch Front area, we'll see 80s for the next several hours. By ABC4 News at 10, upper 70s. Are you stepping out tonight? Okay, it's going to be beautiful. Dry conditions, especially as we continue to cool off. Not a bad night in the north. We know that the heat is holding on in the south. Live view from St. George. And as you look towards the Pine Valley Mountains, the Forsyth Fire is putting off some decent smoke. We just got a great picture from Jerry, but that live view is also very telling of what's going on. Fire and smoke is out there. Now we have several wildfires burning in the Beehive State, and although elevated fire danger only holds on in eastern Utah, you can see there are some big fires out there. Watching that Deer Creek fire, the Forsyth fire, and the Broad fire in Tooele County. There's that Gap fire near Scipio, and we know that comes with air quality impacts. Some elevated particulate matter out there, moderate air for northern Utah, the northeastern corner of the state and the south. Elevated particulate matter is out there in Washington County, and that comes from wildfire smoke. Let's look at our futurecast smoke model. It takes us through the next 24 hours, and so we know we have local fires burning, but then as we put this into motion, you see the Forsyth as well as the Mount Irish fire in Nevada with the wind direction carried into Washington County. Some thicker plumes by tonight. By 10 p.m., we're going to see local thicker smoke in Tooele County and kind of watch as that moves through places like Castle Country. But overall, those hazy skies are not going anywhere, especially with our dry fire fuels. Drought monitor out today. It's Thursday, and we have seen increases when it comes to our percents. Now, the entire state is facing moderate drought. That was noteworthy last week, but our severe drought has now risen. 52% of Utah, that includes portions of central Utah and creeping a little further north into the West Desert, near the Great Salt Lake Desert and mountains. We see that severe drought. Last week, that was about 46% of the state. Just keep in mind, when you look at the drought monitor, an area can be in 2 places at once. You have to be in moderate drought to get to severe, severe to get to extreme. We'd love a little moisture. Not a lot of that in the forecast here. Futurecast keeps us bone dry as we close out the work week with some seasonal temperatures. Maybe a pop-up on Saturday. The model wants to say, hey, some instability in the south. We'll see what happens, but overall, it is going to be very, very dry. Okay, we know those conditions with high pressure coming back will lead to a warming trend. Looking at the numbers for tomorrow, we've got 90s as we look at southern Utah. We've got the triple digits holding on, breezy conditions peaking on Monday at 109. Here's the Wasatch Front. Those Wasatch Front numbers climb. We have triple digits ahead. Forewarning you now, that could be Monday and Tuesday, but precipitation is lacking.